Success is not built by talking about what you are going to do. It is built by quietly doing the work, improving every day, and allowing your results to speak when the time is right. We live in a world where people announce their goals before they have taken the first step. They share their plans, look for approval, and want everyone to know what they are working toward. But attention is not achievement. Talking about your future does not create your future. Action does. The strongest transformations often happen where nobody is watching. A tree develops its roots underground before anyone sees its branches. An athlete trains for years before stepping into competition. A writer spends countless hours creating before the world reads a single page. That is why you should learn to become comfortable working in silence. 1. Build before you announce. When nobody is watching, you have the freedom to make mistakes. You can experiment, fail, learn, and improve without worrying about what people think. Your early work does not need an audience. It needs development. Instead of constantly explaining your goals, spend that energy improving your skills. Instead of asking people whether they believe in you, become someone who believes in the process enough to keep going. The world usually sees the final result, not the thousands of ordinary moments that created it. They see the successful business, but not the late nights. They see the finished book, but not the rejected drafts. They see the champion, but not the exhausting training sessions. Your private effort creates your public results. So stop worrying about whether people recognize your progress. Focus on making progress. 2. Discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation feels powerful, but motivation is temporary. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. There will be mornings when you don't feel like working. There will be days when progress seems invisible. There will be moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. Those moments reveal your character. Real discipline means keeping your promise to yourself even when nobody is there to remind you. You don't need to announce that you are becoming stronger. Train. You don't need to announce that you are building something. Build. You don't need to convince everyone that you can succeed. Keep working until your results make the argument for you. The goal is to reach a point where hard work becomes part of your identity rather than something you do only when you feel inspired. 3. Stop letting other people's doubt control you. Whenever you attempt something difficult, someone may question you. They may tell you that your idea is unrealistic. They may remind you of your previous failures. They may even laugh at your ambition. Listen carefully, but don't allow their opinions to become your limits. Other people cannot see your entire journey. They don't know how much effort you are willing to invest, how much you are willing to sacrifice, or how strongly you believe in your vision. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to prove yourself through words. Keep working. Let time reveal the truth. If you fail, learn and continue. If someone doubts you, stay focused. If someone misunderstands your journey, don't waste your energy trying to make them understand. Your responsibility is not to convince everyone. Your responsibility is to become better. 4. Protect your attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Every notification, unnecessary conversation, endless scroll, and pointless distraction takes a small piece of your attention away from the things that matter. If you want extraordinary results, you need extraordinary focus. Create periods of uninterrupted work. Put your phone away when you need concentration. Remove unnecessary distractions from your environment. Learn to say no to activities that don't support your goals. Every time you say yes to something meaningless, you may be saying no to something important. You don't need to disappear from the world. You simply need to control what receives your time and attention. A focused hour can be more valuable than an entire distracted day. Protect your attention like your future depends on it, because it does. 5. Let your results introduce you. Imagine 2 people. One spends years telling everyone what they are going to accomplish. The other says very little and spends those same years practicing, learning, improving, and creating. When the results finally appear, who has the stronger story? The second person. You don't have to tell people you're becoming excellent. Excellence eventually becomes visible. You don't have to demand respect. Consistent results earn respect. You don't have to explain your potential. Develop it. The most powerful introduction is a result that cannot be ignored. Your work should eventually speak so clearly that explanations become unnecessary. 6. Don't rush to share every goal. There is nothing wrong with having ambitious goals. The problem begins when talking about those goals becomes a substitute for pursuing them. When you announce a goal too early, you may receive attention before you've earned the result. That attention can feel satisfying, but satisfaction is not progress. Instead of announcing every plan, create a private commitment. Write your goal down. Create a schedule. Take the first step, then take another. Let the process become bigger than the announcement. You don't need hundreds of people to know what you are building. Sometimes you only need enough discipline to continue when nobody knows. There is power in quietly developing something until it is strong enough to stand on its own. 7. Surprise people with what you have built. There is something powerful about being underestimated. When people don't know what you're doing, you have room to grow without unnecessary pressure. You can change direction, you can make mistakes, you can start again, you can improve without having to explain every decision. Then one day, the results become visible. People may ask, when did this happen? The answer is simple. While they were watching, you were working. While they were talking, you were learning. While they were distracted, you were building. That is the advantage of silent progress. You don't need to create hype around your future. Create something real. 8. Turn hard work into a habit. Greatness is rarely created by one extraordinary day. It is created through ordinary days, repeated consistently. You don't need to work perfectly, you need to work consistently. If you're learning a skill, practice every day. If you're building a business, improve something every day. If you're writing, write regularly. If you're training, show up consistently. Small actions become habits. Habits become identity. Identity shapes behavior. And behavior eventually produces results. Start smaller than you think you need to. 10 focused minutes are better than 0. 1 page is better than no page. 1 completed task is better than a day spent planning. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum makes difficult things easier to continue. 9. Love the journey, not just the reward. If you only work for recognition, you will struggle when recognition disappears. If you only work for money, you may lose motivation when money takes longer than expected. If you only work for applause, you will become dependent on other people's opinions. But when you learn to enjoy improvement itself, your motivation becomes stronger. Learn to appreciate the process. Enjoy becoming better. Enjoy solving difficult problems. Enjoy seeing yourself become more disciplined than you were yesterday. The person you become while chasing your goal may be more valuable than the goal itself. Success is not simply about reaching a destination. It is about becoming capable of reaching higher destinations. 10. Keep working after you succeed. Reaching a goal is not the end. Success can create a dangerous feeling of comfort. You accomplish something, receive praise, and begin believing that you have nothing left to learn. That's when growth can stop. Stay humble. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep challenging yourself. The person who succeeds once is capable of success. The person who continues improving has created a lifestyle of success. Never let yesterday's achievement become today's excuse. Ask yourself, what can I improve next? There is always another level. There is always another skill to develop. There is always another weakness to strengthen. The goal isn't to become perfect. The goal is to keep progressing. So starting today, stop spending so much energy trying to prove yourself. Stop announcing every move. Stop seeking approval before you've created results. Put your head down. Protect your attention. Build your discipline. Work when nobody is watching. Learn when nobody is praising you. Continue when progress feels slow. And let your results make the noise. One day, the people who never noticed your effort will notice your transformation. They may wonder when you changed. They may ask how you did it. They may be surprised by how far you've come. You won't need a long explanation. Your results will answer for you. Because the strongest response to doubt is progress. The strongest response to criticism is improvement. And the strongest response to being underestimated is becoming undeniable. So don't tell the world what you're going to do. Go do it. Work quietly. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Keep improving. And when the time comes, let success speak for itself.